Hey, good afternoon. Noontime LA continues with incredible great news about your $1,400 third stimulus check landing March 24th, March 25th, March 26th, and March 27th. We saw this happening live on air on Mornings LALATE, and it really heated up minutes ago on Noontime Home LALATE just a few minutes before this. Now, countless viewers have suddenly seen in different places March 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th as the delivery date for your $1,400 third stimulus check. What happened and how did things change so quickly in just the last hour? I have all those details as Noontime LA gets underway live from Los Angeles, starting right now. It's a big day across the land as $1,400 third stimulus checks will start landing. And they'll land sooner than anyone had thought. What happened and why did everything just change minutes ago? And why did I see this happening late last night? Let me tell you the breaking details. The breaking details happening live on LA right now are the following. Viewers are now getting alerts from IRS Track My Stimulus Check tool, their banks, and Direct Express that the delivery date of their stimulus check will be March 24th, are the dates they're getting, 25th, 26th, 27th. This is huge, great news, and it's happening minutes ago. I'll have all of it in this video and explain to you what happened and why it changed so quickly. But first, if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. This is why you want to be with a live channel that delivers live breaking news as it happens. And this is literally happening. Also, make sure you like the video. Let's try to do 2, 3, 4, 5,000 likes. And if you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. All right, let's get right to the details. Late yesterday, at the end of yesterday, I started receiving private messages on social media, on Instagram and Twitter. Said, LA, I just got an alert that says it's coming March 24th. Now, I had heard the gossip, as you had heard the gossip, that the 24th was this unwritten date that stimulus checks were going to come. And I told you about that gossip. But this was different. Late yesterday, viewers started sending me screen grabs of their banks showing, look, it says it's coming the 24th. Then I got one viewer who got an alert from Direct Express March 24th, and then another, and then another, and then another. I got people who are with banks, big banks, not Direct Express, but big banks, March 24th as well. Then I had people saying, I'm getting alerts from IRS Track My Stimulus tool, March 24th. And then I had one viewer saying, I'm getting an IRS Track My Stimulus check tool of March 27th per check. So by that point, I had a couple dozen. I went live with you on mornings, told you what was happening. And then it started to grow. I had one viewer say, I have 24th on IRS tool, but I got my check in the mail today, the 20th. And then it got even bigger. They're delivering the stimulus checks. Those are the planes right there. It got even bigger. And it got bigger on the videos right before this one. On Noontime LA, I told viewers, listen, the IRS Check My Stimulus tool is just changing right now from no information to the 24th or from the 17th date to the 24th. And suddenly you saw it if you were in that video. Comment after comment suddenly started saying, mine just changed. Mine just changed. The 24th, the 25th, the 26th, the 27th. That was the universe of the dates, the 24th to the 27th. And also, they were starting to get alerts from their banks. This is huge breaking news right now. I had started the day pushing very loud and vocally for you to stay positive, smiling, not to stress out, not to worry. And suddenly, this was the great news that changed everything. I also had to deal with old news. There were There were voicemail recordings on certain banks, which I know you know who they are. Say your stimulus checks are coming in a couple of weeks. That's ridiculous. That's an old recording. Ignore it. And there were bank websites that actually said, "Oh, the stimulus checks are coming in a couple months from now." Also, very old, not updated information. They're not updating their information on Saturday. You are updating the information. IRS is as well. So this was surprising. Is that IRS Track My Stimulus tool, which has generally been the most unreliable document tool ever, was suddenly being updated while I was live on the video before this. And there you go. Direct deposits, if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, if you're not on benefits, if you're with Direct Express, if you're not with Direct Express, will start landing in bank accounts and also in mailboxes March 24th, March 25th, March 26th, and March 27th. Viewers are now getting in alerts. I'm going to be jumping into the live chat with you in this recording. Also in this recording, we will see the second half of that incredibly great recording with the President of the United States and this individual. I love this recording because it shows where the President is reassuring Americans that if you're on disability, you qualify for a stimulus check. One of the viewers dropped a very good comment in the video before, said, "I wish she had asked the president, what about my SSI and SSDI $200 a month?" Yeah, I would have liked her to say that as well. Meantime, we will have a laugh with this video from Chuck Schumer from yesterday. It's quite ironic based upon what happened with the White House and its staffing. And if we have time, we'll get to this new message from the Federal Reserve. Elsewhere, understand that the Track My Stimulus Check tool, which originally was not a reliable instrument, is suddenly becoming reliable. And IRS has said not to modify your returns or do amended returns to fix anything. And they've extended your personal tax return deadline from April 15th to May 15th. More about that later in this recording. But let me jump right into the live chat right now and see what some of you are saying about the stimulus and your updates. Let's see. Payment status says not available, says Aaron. So give it a little bit of time and check on it as well. Thank you for your comment. I'm in Niagara Falls, says Nikki, and nothing yet pending. Debbie, thanks, LA, for your great attitude. I appreciate that. Let's see more of the comments. Oh, someone says if you use the tool more than 3 times, Jenny says if you use the tool too often, it may lock you out. I don't know if that's true, but that's a very helpful information. If it's true, I'm not quite sure if that's true. There's Tonya. Mine said scheduled to mail on the 26th from Track My Stimulus. Great. Very good information from her. I appreciate that. Let's check some more of the comments. Adney, I have the IRS saying they're mailing my stimulus payment to me on March 26th. That's Adney Murkarami. Thank you for your update. I appreciate that. Let me look at some more of the comments. Vicky Smith, IRS now shows mine as the 24th. Thank you, Vicky, for your comment. Let me look at some more of the comments. Mary St. Johnny says, nothing yet for me. Stay focused and keep on checking unless there is a lockout function. Nothing yet from me, says Pamela. There's Patricia, says, good afternoon, LA. Good afternoon, how are you? Michael says, nothing pending. And let me jump to some more of the comments. And there is, still haven't received my second stimulus. Well, if you haven't received your second stimulus, you need to request it at IRS, you need to request it on your 2020 return. Now, we started the day with the list of banks that have paid out stimulus checks increasing. Here are the banks that have paid out stimulus checks to viewers so far on this channel. They are Citizens Bank, PNG, Bank Corp Chime, PayPal, NetSpend, Green Dot, People's United Bank, US Bank, PNC, Capital One Bank, Union Bank, MetaBank, Amex Bluebird, Navy Federal, USAA, Bank America, Wells Fargo, Chase, and also Emerald Green Card from H&R Block and TurboTax. If you're just joining me, the breaking news development is that countless viewers of this channel have now seen a change across several platforms that is now indicating their stimulus check is arriving March 24th or March 25th or March 26th or March 27th. Those platforms that are now indicating those results to them are their bank, big bank, small bank, Direct Express card, or IRS Track My Stimulus check tool. Viewers have sent me DMs and screen grabs of what it shows. They have confirmed it. And I had the hilarious message earlier today from one viewer who had gotten the alert from Direct Express. Husband didn't believe her, even though she had it in writing from them, called them up, got the voice recording, then waited to speak to the person. This person said, yeah, your wife is correct. It is arriving on the 24th. So always trust your wife, and especially when she has the receipts. The receipt said it's the 24th. Great, incredible news across the land. And what's important to understand is that if you don't see something now, it's still appearing. It's still appearing throughout the day. It's currently 12 o'clock on the West Coast, 3 o'clock on the East Coast. And I was just live at about 11 o'clock an hour ago. And during that live recording, I went live with a couple dozen that had these alerts. We ended with far more than a couple dozen. A few hundred that now had the alerts. That's the 24th to the 28th by electronic and also by paper. Now, here's a message that I want to deliver very clear and loud and clear. If I did not make it clear in this video, let me make it clear right now. Some of the people are now getting alerts that it's coming by paper check when they're expecting it by direct deposit to Direct Express. Now, you've heard me say over the last couple of days, hey, you may expect it by direct deposit, but it's coming by paper. Now I'm having people saying, guess what? I'm expecting it by Direct Express, and it's coming by paper, which goes back to the prior recommendation. If you are anticipating by direct deposit, whether it's big bank, small bank, Direct Express card or not Direct Express card, it may be coming in paper check form. That is the big surprise to some viewers, but not a surprise to me because it happened under second stimulus. Second stimulus took people by shock when they got a paper check and they were expecting a direct deposit. So watch that mail really carefully. Here's an example of how it looks. See, seems small? It is small. Seem thin? It is thin. This is the actual envelope. This is the actual envelope for the second stimulus deposit card. They were sending out either the checks in paper form or the ATM card. And the ATM card literally comes in this super thin envelope, very bland, very plain Jane, white. And what does it say? Has a little bit of red lettering over here. And if you don't look to read it, you think it's much of nothing because it doesn't say anything on it. It says not a bill or advertisement. Okay. And then it says important information about your economic impact payment. Now, you don't hear me usually say the words economic impact payment, but if you watch enough of my videos, maybe you sense that that's what's called stimulus check. But if it's information about my economic impact payment, why would I open the envelope? I'm looking for the actual check. I don't want information about it. Guess what? It wasn't information about it. It was, this is your money. So that is why you have to be very careful with the mail today. If you did not catch it, I've had viewers who were expecting it by direct deposit and got it by paper check today. A lot. Some got it on Thursday, 2 days ago. Some got it yesterday. And let me, with that, jump into some more of the comments of what you see happening in your bank account right now. Marcella, I'm in Los Angeles, and I've not received anything yet. Has anyone else gotten their checks? Yes. Well, countless viewers have gotten their checks. Millions and millions of viewers have gotten their checks. But we're trying to deal with the situation of whose checks are coming next week. Thank you for your comment. There's Bruce. IRS needs to fix their system. People are expecting direct payments are getting paper checks for no reason. Well, this is what I had been reporting since December, that viewers are expecting direct deposit and suddenly comes by paper check. And what I'm warning viewers is to watch that mail carefully because it doesn't look like a check. You may miss it, and trust me, I've had viewers throw away the second stimulus check, and I've had viewers throw away the third stimulus check. So be very careful. Thank you for your comment. There is Teresa Huff, 26 by mail instead of direct express. So wow, there's Teresa Huff, 26 by mail instead of direct express card. Thank you for the update. So there's another surprise from there. There's Ryan, nothing from Green Dot. So another Teresa yesterday got it from Green Dot. And she said, LA, tell viewers to stay vigilant and positive because I know you've been telling people got it from Green Dot as early as Wednesday. She got it on Friday. So Ryan, stay vigilant. It'll come. Don't worry. Let me check some more of the comments. I'm in Bronx and I still not received my stimulus check, says Taz. I'm wondering if ENT is getting it the 24th. It just depends. People don't get stimulus checks on a particular day based upon who they are. So let me make that clear. So the 24th is not a particular person and the 25th is not a particular person. Tammy, TD Bank on 317 in Connecticut. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. Let me see more of the comments right here. Maritza Valero, 26 by mail. There we go. 26 by mail, Melissa. Karen, Chase will send out more on the 24th when they get it. Let me see more of the comments. Will you get any notice by email? Curious. That's a great question. No, you won't, unless you're set up for an alert from your bank. So some viewers are set up for alert for their bank and have gotten the alert. Lima, IRS just says now on the 24th. Excuse me, Lerma Sonita says just now says the 24th for me for $1,400. Wow. So you see how things are changing very quickly, really quickly. Beaumont, Texas, nothing yet, says Randy. Thank you for your comment, Randy. Elizabeth, I heard by the 24th. Nothing yet, says Lori. There's Amy Ruffus. My friend saw hers today, and she gets hers on the 26th. Amy, do you mean your friend got it today, but she was expected to get it on the 26th, or you mean her alert says now the 26th? Natalie, it says the 17th, not yet to PayPal. So give a little bit of time, Natalie. There's Thomas, TD Bank, nothing yet. Alex Cebulo has a great question. They gave me a card on the second stimulus. Is that what they're going to use for the third stimulus? That's a great question. Let me read it again. Alex says, I got a debit card on the second stimulus. Is that what I'm going to get on third? So I haven't said that in a couple recordings. So let me repeat that now. You may get, if you are set up for direct deposit, you may get it by direct deposit or by paper check or by debit card. If you're set up for paper check, you may get it by paper check or by debit card. IRS has no organization as to who gets what or where it comes or anything like that. Some of the fake narratives that have circulated today was people who file tax returns are getting stimulus checks first. No, not true. People who bank with a particular bank are getting things first before other banks. That is true. It just depends which bank it is. And then other people are saying there's sort of waves. This is a wave and that's a wave. That's just untrue. Banks are just starting to release the funds, which they've had for a while. Let me jump into more of your comments in a second. But first, here's that second half of that incredible video from the White House. Shown on Noontime LA right before this was the first half of this video, in which the president tries to inform a person who has a household member on disability benefits that they're getting stimulus. It's an incredible video. It's an incredible video where he reassures them they're getting stimulus with a check, child care, and more. Let's hear the second half of that video starting right now.
Under this proposal, you're going to be able to get coverage under the Affordable Care Act. Most people can find coverage for less than $10 a month.
Oh, okay, I can work with that one.
I think it's going to make sure that it changes your circumstance in a big way.
We're actually renting an apartment and we get a disability check, and sometimes we don't always be able to make ends meet because the check stays the same, but the rent and the economy keeps going up.
You know, the way to build a country is build it from the bottom up and out, not from the top down.
We are just a typical family that is trying to survive in a world that does not give us an equal playing field. I feel that you will make it better because you have actually made it easier for some of us in our neighborhoods. They just have enough money to cover the rent or they cover food. It can't be both.
This act we pass is going to get them both.
And we're looking forward to that.
It's such an honor to have met you.
Thank you. It's an honor to have met you.
I hope I get to see you in person one of these days. Tell your husband I said thank you for his service.
I certainly will.
Meantime, yesterday, the White House had an unusual event. And that unusual event ran afoul to this video. What happened? The White House, in a major news report late yesterday, fired a series of staff members for recreational use of marijuana at home. Well, as the president was letting members of his staff go for their for what they partake at home, here was Chuck Schumer the same day on the Capitol steps, urging for the Democrats to pass legislation about marijuana use.
It's not everybody that's getting arrested. This is not a war on drugs, it's a war on people, and certain veterans are disproportionately arrested for possession of marijuana. Low-income people, disproportionately arrested. People with mental health challenges, disproportionately arrested. And of course, as you said, Chuck, black and brown communities are targeted. In fact, African Americans and whites have the same usage rates of marijuana, but blacks are 3.7 times more likely. And that's why what Chuck Schumer said is so urgent. It's not just about creating an environment where states are legalizing. It's about restorative justice. And that's a number of things. That's one, making sure that we expunge records. Don't talk about free adult use of marijuana without talking about expunging records. Number two, the tax money. This is going to be a multi-billion-dollar business. Yeah. Those tax receipts should be reinvested in those communities.
Also yesterday, the Federal Reserve released another video in which it alerted Americans to be careful of people contacting you by email and by telephone, trying to say that you owe them some money. They say those phone calls are untrue and that you should avoid those callers. Let me jump back into the chat and see what else you're saying about your $1,400 third stimulus check. Sandy, two of my daughters got their check the first 2 days by direct deposit. We bank at the same bank. I haven't seen it. Is it because I'm an SSI, an SSDI? No, it's just happening across the board. I've had countless people who are not on benefits where the girlfriend gets the check and the boyfriend doesn't, same bank. Or the sister gets it and the brother doesn't, same bank. Doesn't know why that's happening, and we have no explanation for it. Let me jump into some more of the comments. Tim said, I just checked, no information still pending. Thank you for your comments. Nothing in the mail, says William. There is Doris in Halucin. Congratulations, Doris, because her status has just changed to the 26 by mail. So I don't know if Doris was expecting Direct Express as her direct deposit, but she says it has just now changed to the 26 by mail. There you go. Let me jump into some more of the comments. David Olson, I'm on SSI and it now says the 26 IRS tool. Thank you for your update. I really appreciate it. Let me see what other comments. Smash that like button, says Alma. Yes, please subscribe and like the video. There's Marita Mitchell. I've not got to mine neither, but it now says the 24th and I'm on Direct Express. Wow, there you go. Susan Milky Welch. My wife got hers on the 16th and shows will be in the mail on the 26th for me. My mom still hasn't gotten hers on Direct Express. Thank you for your update. And let's see what else. IRS tool, nothing yet for me. Nancy Stickler, thank you for your comment. I appreciate it. And Direct Express in San Antonio, no information for me, says Danielle. Thank you for your update as well. You see how things are changing very dramatically and very quickly. Let me tell you where we are and what the big update is at noontime. The big update is that shortly earlier today, a little bit after 11 o'clock on the West Coast, suddenly viewers were starting to report that what I had seen sporadically was widespread. Last night and this morning, I received some private messages from viewers on social media, Twitter and Instagram, saying, hey, I'm now seeing an alert that's coming the 24th. One said the 27th by mail. One showing direct deposit by the 24th. And I saw more of it, a couple dozen, not a lot. And then I went live on Noontime LA right before this video, and it was like a tsunami. I told viewers that suddenly things were starting to change, and then they said, oh my God, it's happening for me as well. This is what they showed. Viewers on SSI and SSDI, Social Security and Marital benefits, viewers not on benefits, viewers who use Direct Express card, viewers who don't use Express card and just use major banks, were showing their status change from no information to the 24th to the 27th, or from the 17th to the 24th to the 27th. They were seeing that on Direct Express card, or their bank, and or the IRS tool. And some were seen in multiple locations. They're seen by mail as well. So some viewers who are expecting direct deposit, whatever instrument it is, are out now getting an alert from IRS that it's coming by paper check. It ain't coming on the direct deposit. So this is huge breaking news just at noontime today. To recap, stimulus checks will be landing 24 to 27 in massive quantity to viewers of this channel, predominantly in the mail, more so than direct deposit. For viewers who are expecting direct deposits, they're coming in the mail 24 to 27. But for others, they are still coming by direct deposit 24th to the 27th. I haven't seen anything for the 23rd, and I haven't seen anything for the 28th. It's that universe, and the most common date in that list was 24 and 26. A lot of viewers, a ton. So what do you need to know? Watch your bank, watch your mailbox. Watch it very carefully. It may be a paper check. It may be a debit card. I already showed you what the debit card envelope looks like. It's this. I don't think since December of last year, anyone in broadcast news anywhere has shown you what this envelope looks like, with the exception of me. No one shows people what these things look like. They want you to sort of guess. If you see this, you could throw it away. I've had viewers throw it away because they thought this wasn't anything. It's $600, second stimulus check, and it will be $1,400 when it lands next week. Don't throw away, go through the mail carefully and cautiously. Also, if you know new information, share it with me as well. That's how we learn as a community. You sharing with me sharing it back with you. And guess what? I'm back with you next on Afternoons LALATE. Big recordings as we go into the final hours of today's programming, as we see what's happening and why things are changing so dramatically. Last, it's 12 o'clock on the West Coast, 3 o'clock on the East Coast. You could still show things post in your bank account today. So watch it as well. Check the mailbox. Things could post there as well. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I don't want you to miss a single minute of videos today. Also like this video if the video was helpful for you. Let's try to do 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 likes. And with that, I'll see you next in a little bit as LA continues. Thank you for joining me on Noontime LALATE.